Hello, and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials, where we continue exploring new features in Vue 11, and specifically we'll look on a new particle effect, see how we can work a little bit more to develop different type of motions. So for example, if I create flower field, and maybe I want to create some butterfly going over, so we'll go look and try to do this. First, we'll go create a place for our emitters. And I'm doing with just a simple plane. Of course, you can start by creating just a particle system, or you can do it this way. So it's up to you how you like it. But when we're doing this way with tutorial, you kind of can see how we do step per step. In same ways, you can create it and save as a particle system after. So I create a plane. We'll go open. And next, what I want to do with this plane is add now particles. And this is options again, ecosystem particles. So we'll enable right here. Currently, if we're going to all tabs, you will see they're exactly the same as before with our ecosystem. To convert to these particles, we actually needed enable particle motion. So let's click right here. We enable particle motion. Okay, next, what do we have it? It's what I recommend. It is disabled right now. This is options. It's emit from the root. So because if we have it enabled and particles, they're continuously flowing and creating new from this emitter. So eventually you have too many particles and your system may be slowed down. And currently when we have it butterflies in the system, I just want them only few flowing around this area. And this is not like a beehive. Maybe you want to bunch of them just come out after one another one, but it still give you some ideas what you can do. Again, if you have more questions different between all these options, check our earlier tutorials, previous tutorials about how the particle system work and what is all these options about. So right now let's uncheck it. We'll go general. Next, what I want to do, it is preloaded particle. And currently particle, what I want, it is a butterfly. And right here is butterfly. I created this as a simple object, so it's a very low polygon butterfly. Okay, and this is just to have a body and a wings. The one interesting things about this butterfly, I created pre-animated this butterfly. If you're interested how to create pre-animated objects, please check our other tutorials on a Geekatplay website to see about pre-animated objects. So right here we have our butterflies, and you can see they're already kind of positioned. So let's go to density. I want to reduce density maybe to 1. 7 instance. So I'm kind of look, okay, maybe I want a little bit more butterflies around there. So I'm going to see how many. And we can change this, of course, anytime. So let me bring it down. Also, I want to take till we here and make it invisible. So my emitter. Okay. Next, what I want to do it is look on our forces. And we have a couple options. Right now it is gravity set by default. So let me do one thing. So right here, first I want to add keyframe. Let's move maybe to about 6 seconds. And I add a second frame. One tip you'll notice, I type it because if I start dragging, the system will start to render those particles and it's take a long time. I do recommend this small tip when you want preset, just type in and set your frame. That will be a little bit faster. Okay, so right here we have our plane. Okay, let's move it. You notice our butterflies, they just fall down. Again, even they're pre-animated, you kind of don't see them right here flapping wings because it will happen when animation is created, when we start rendering. So right here, let's say set up. Next, I want them not falling through, I want them flow. So for this, we'll work a little bit more with our configuration. One, I want disable sand collision. And next, minus 9.81, this is default gravity. So what is meaning? This is gravity like on Earth. Let's say if we put it, for example, 3, it will be going as anti-gravity, and you'll notice they will start going up. So let's just set 0 right here. Okay, so you can notice they kind of start floating. And next, what I want to do, it is increase a little bit drag flow, so they don't just go that far away. And we'll just set maybe 2.5. And many times when you start doing this, you want kind of preview how it's going. And I think 5 will work about maybe right. We'll change this maybe in the future. And next, I want to add turbulence. What turbulence does, it's make not just on a straight line, it's kind of going them around. And it's what I want for my butterflies. So we'll set 3 for now. Let's say compute. Okay, go back. And you can see they're kind of going in different directions, again, right here. The drag force may be a little bit too high, so I'll just reduce here. So you can see they're kind of floating around, which is about what I wanted. Okay, we can increase turbulence, and this is again up to how you want to display. But you can see they kind of more start going around. So this is maybe what I want with my butterflies, just floating kind of around. Okay, next let's go ahead and look on a couple other options here. One, I want to open particles and look inside. So right here in the particle, what I want to do is decrease weight. So it's 0.001. So I want to have it small weight on this. We also, let's reduce to the 0 scale in other options. I'll keep it in inherit because it's one of the main emitters, so I'll keep it there. We'll keep it evolution to 0, so nothing happen. They don't transmit any other ones, not yet work on collisions, and I don't want to disable any of that, so they will be continue living for now. Because if we enable that, they will be just disappearing. You notice because I reduce the weight, the physics is recalculating. So right now we have these butterflies flying all over the place. So let's zoom out. Right here you can see they're going kind of all over places. And many times I want set collision detect maybe on the ground, so butterflies won't go down. But in this case, because it will be flowers probably around here, I'm not really worried about this if they're going under. So it's whatever will be visible. However, a couple things maybe worth to adjust. So one right here, we have it 0.5 meters velocity. So let's reduce this to about 2 meters. So the one goes so fast around. Okay, next, we can increase a little bit more, maybe how many butterflies we want around there. So let's look about right. Okay, what is most important is work with animations and offset. Why kind of this important? Because if at this point, let's move maybe like right here, let's render our image, you'll notice our butterfly, the synchronized animation. So at the same time they take a wings down. Okay, let's move just slightly up, maybe render again, and all going wings up or straight. So you can see they all synchronize. What I want to do, I want to offset that animation so the wings will have a different timing. We'll enable random variable time offset. We'll click on a random, and what I want to do, it's very simple. Just apply Perlin noise to this. Okay, this will take over and offset on different areas. So in this case, if we preview, you'll notice some will have it down, some wings will go up. So we'll have it a little bit different this way. Okay, you also can offset by range. So for example, if you want, you can say 0.3 seconds or other, but again, this is different variations. Okay, an adjustment. Okay, so we'll set this way. Let's go to actually right here I want to make it a little bit smaller. So okay, and our animation is kind of done with the butterflies. Next we can add some heel preview. Okay, let me move this way. Take our camera, reposition. So right here you can see we have our butterflies. Okay, we can take slightly, and there was flying around. So next, what I want for this scenery, to make it look nicer, let's create maybe some small hill around this area. Okay, and I'm going just create a hill around here. Okay, next we'll just take a sphere and modify a couple materials. Ecosystem. And this time I do want to use just like an ecosystem. We'll go ahead and put a few flowers. Okay, click OK. Let's populate our hill with the flowers. Click OK now. Again, our plane. What I'm looking at this plane may be a little bit too small and low, so I'll pop up higher. And you don't necessarily need to have it plane. You can have it sphere, any other shape, and sometimes maybe it's work better for some other areas, but I want to increase a little bit this way. And even just slightly move it. Okay, let's go right here, recompute, so we'll have a little bit more butterflies. Okay, and one thing what I want to do, it is actually reduce maybe to 4 seconds or 5, so we have a little bit less. Okay, let's bring it down. Okay, we'll go to Atmosphere Editor, set on global radiosity, so we'll have a little bit better lighting on this. Let's add maybe some clouds. Make them much lighter. Okay, something like this. Just so it's look a little bit interesting. We'll set velocity to 2 meters, so they will moving on a sky slightly. I think this almost look they want it. Okay, just a little bit lighting adjustment. Okay, I think we're done. So let's go ahead right now, render our image animation, and I'm going to render this as a broadcast, and we're going a little bit lower quality, 640 by 3 as an example, 24 frames. And what I'm going to do is render these animations, and pause tutorial. We'll come back after render is completed to see it. Okay, so right here we finished rendering. Let's review. You can see our butterfly as particle moving. Something we need maybe readjust. So I do preview, like for example, you can see how randomly they're jumping a little bit, or maybe increase more fluidity to this. But overall, it's give you an idea how we can set up particles and with animated objects, pre-animated objects like butterfly, and using in our scenery. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio, and please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.